At the end, you said that we need to break the pattern of conflict in man, between man. My question to you is, do you see that as something, as an evolutionary process that will inevitably happen, or do you see it as something that we all have to work very hard to achieve? And there's an expression that goes something like this: in times of darkness, the eye begins to see. And why I'm throwing that at you is because, in a sense, either it's going to happen or it's not going to happen, but how do you see it happening?
I don't quite understand your question, sir.
All right. You talk about breaking the pattern. Man has a pattern,
Yes,
the brain
sir.
has a pattern.
Yes.
And that pattern has to be broken in order for there to be peace in the world.
Of course.
All right. Now, do you see that pattern, the breaking of that pattern being an active movement or a natural progression in the evolution of man?
Sir, have we evolved at all?
I think we're continuously evolving.
So you accept evolution, psychological evolution. We're not talking about biological or technical evolution. Psychological revolution, after million years or 50,000 years, have we changed deeply? Aren't we very primitive, barbarous? So I'm asking if you will consider whether there is psychological evolution at all. I question it.
And I don't really know.
I don't personally, to the speaker, there is no psychological evolution. There is only the ending of sorrow, of pain, anxiety, loneliness, despair, and all that. Man has lived with it for a million years. And if we rely on time, which is thought, time and thought go together. If we rely on evolution, then another 1,000 years or more, and we'll still be barbarous.
Will you please identify your name and organization before asking your question? Yeah. Yes.
My name is Diane Shaneberg. I'm not with any organization. My question is, what would have to happen for there to begin to be psychological evolution as the speaker understands it?
Je n'ai pas compris, mais là, sorry.
Psychological.
What? Psychological?
Will you please repeat your question?
Yes. What will have to happen within man's mind for there to begin to be psychological evolution as the speaker understands it?
Psychological evolution.
What? What about psychological evolution? I don't quite understand the question.
You have said that you do not think there has been psychological evolution. My question is, what can happen so that there will be, so that there can be psychological evolution?
Madam, I'm afraid we haven't understood each other. We have lived on this earth from the historical as well as ancient inquiry on this earth for 50,000 years or more or less. And during this long period of evolution, psychologically, inwardly, subjectively, we have remained more or less barbarous, hating each other, killing each other. And time is not going to solve that problem, which is evolution. And is it possible, we're asking, for each human being who is the rest of the world, whether that psychological movement can stop and see something afresh?
Yeah, my name is Marcel Baal. Is it okay? Can you speak? Yeah, I wanted to ask you what is the same question phrased in a different way. What should we do in order to affect this resistance toward evolution? I just want to say one more thing. There was a Dr. Boehm last month, and he said the same thing what you are saying in a different way. He's a scientist, and he was explaining the same problem. I wonder, what do you think we could do? As a matter of fact, what could we do right now in order to affect this?
I've got it. What could you do right now? Right? Change completely. Both psychologically and outwardly. First, the psychological revolution. Not evolution, but revolution, change completely. That is the real action of humankind. Not trying to fiddle around in the periphery.